Maldives. The Maldives is an island republic in the Indian Ocean that stretches across the equator. The country is made up of 1192 islands that spread for 871 kilometers. While the country is approximately 90,000 square kilometers in size, just 298 square kilometers are dry ground. The islands are divided into two chains of 26 atolls. The tourist is captivated by the country's unusual geography. Reefs with bands of color, little jewel-like islands edged with the whitest soft sand imaginable, surrounded by the purest shallow waters imaginable. Only 200 of the islands are inhabited, with a few resorts on each atoll and some islands used for industry and agriculture. The Maldives' splendor extends beyond the water. The Maldives is home to around 5% of the world's reefs, which come with an explosion of color from the soft and hard corals that form them. 8,000 different fish species live on the reefs. Large pelagic fishes such as manta rays and whale sharks are drawn to the Maldives by the abundant nutrients that come in with the currents. The Maldives has one of the most fragile habitats on the globe. The islands are built on coral reefs. They serve as the tiny island's natural defense system, and the country's economy is strongly reliant on the health of its reefs and ecosystems. Several conservation activities are underway to conserve the Maldives' valuable marine environment. While certain marine species and birds are legally protected zones have been established to safeguard the conservation of specific ecosystems and the country's unique biodiversity. This comprises designated nature reserves on several atoll islands to safeguard wetlands and mangroves, as well as maritime area protection and the declaration of biosphere reserves that contain coral reefs, islands, seagrass beds, and mangroves. Several resorts also have their own programs. While some resort programs focus on the protection and rehabilitation of sea turtles, others do cutting-edge research on coral reef regeneration. Resorts also run a number of community education programs for school children and the general public. Non-governmental organizations play an essential role as well, with their volunteer programs and frequent beach and reef cleanups. Adu Atoll Diving. Adu Atoll offers a variety of breathtaking dives in a variety of dive locales. The atoll's reefs were not damaged by the 1998 coral bleaching incident that afflicted the rest of the country, so you can expect to witness healthy coral growth wherever you dive. Because the currents are lower than at most other dive sites in the country, the atoll is also appropriate for less experienced divers. Throughout the year, the atoll provides the opportunity to dive with manta rays. The British Loyalty Wreck, a British Navy vessel torpedoed by German U-boats during WWII, is one of the most spectacular dives in the atoll. Other highlights include the Shark Point, where you can see grey reef sharks in what has become known as the Shark Hotel, the Turtle Point, where you can regularly see hawksbill and green sea turtles, and the Kanduhura region, which has 4 different dive points and is home to a plethora of marine life including mantas, nurse sharks, turtles, and rays. Ghan Inside is ideal for beginners because it is shallower and has a variety of marine species all year. Nature Park Adu. Adu Atoll is home to the Maldives' second largest wetlands region. The Adu Nature Park on Hithadu Island includes the picturesque Edigli Kilhi wetlands and the protected Kotte region. The park has attractive piers reaching out to the lakes, mangroves, and scenic cycling pathways through the wetlands' rich vegetation. You can join a guided nature trip of the park to see the rich habitats, distinct animals, and flowers. One of the most remarkable experiences in the park is canoeing in the Bay of Bedi, which is famed for its gorgeous red mangroves, baby stingrays, and sharks. In the Maldives, surfing. The Maldives is positioned in the center of the Indian Ocean and benefits from full exposure to southern waves as well as superb surfing conditions on atoll outer reefs. With an average water temperature of roughly 28 degrees Celsius, surfing conditions are good from mid-February to November, with the greatest conditions from March to May and September to the end of November. North Male Atoll was the first to be found for its waves, making it the most popular with surfers as well as the most accessible due to the vast number of resorts and its proximity to the international airport. The constant waves at the atoll's several surf locations provide some of the longest rides in the country. Cokes at Thulusdu, Lohis at Lohifushi Island, Jailbreaks, Horn Keys, Mail Island Point, Sultans and Ninjas are just a few of the prominent surf spots in the atoll.